Okay, so yeah, this is the last step of build guide where we just need to kind of glue everything in. So yeah, we'll start off by taking all of this apart from the last video. So literally just disconnect everything here, including all of the rows and all of the columns. This will just make everything a little bit easier. We don't have all this shite here. So yeah, disconnect the LEDs fully. Yeah, so we know that it all works, so all we need to do is just plug it back in after everything is ready. All right. So yeah, do the same thing on this side. So okay. Right. So yeah, first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna put in the first part of the LED strip. So, because the way we connected them, it's very easy to kind of split them apart into pieces and then work on each piece one by one. So yeah, it doesn't actually matter which side the LED strips are, because they're like identical. Alright, so for this you'll just need a hot glue gun, and we're gonna start off by securing these pieces here. So you see the way they're all like a bit all over the place, so we just want to get that kind of in a straight line like so. This just so that the connections here are stronger, so that they don't break apart. The reason I didn't do that before is just in case there was actually an issue inside here. So during the testing, but the testing went just fine. So yeah, everything is grand. If this fucking hot glue gun actually worked properly, would be fucking amazing. But yeah, just kind of give it a good layer on top. Let it rest. Do the same thing on the other side. So just kind of tidying them up, align them. And then give a good bit of hot glue gun onto them. Like so. Just so that they don't go anywhere. Okay. So there's going to be a lot of waiting here because it takes a while, you know, for the hot glue gun to actually set in. But yeah, we'll leave it like that. Yeah, it also doesn't help that today is an extremely warm day. So yeah, it's going to take even longer today. All right. Anyway, yeah, so this side we want to do the same thing here as well. So I'm actually just going to straighten them up like so. Alright, so yeah, that looks fine. Just kind of bundle them up a little bit. Well, kind of rearrange them to how they should be as such. So that way it's, you know, less confusing to plug them back in. So yeah, that's how they should be. Right. Get the glue. And just secure them together like so. Right. So yeah, this one you'll probably have to hold it for a little bit so that it actually sets. So I'll just pause the video while this hardens. Alright, so that took a while. So yeah, I just hot glued everything, and also hot glued from both sides. So, you know, once on this side, once on this side, and did the same thing for every of these connections. So now that these are grand, we can actually start with these. Now, these start off here and they go down here. Jeez, so much fucking stringiness. But yeah, how they actually connect is one of the LEDs actually is facing towards the back of the wall, like this. So yeah, they essentially just connect pretty much exactly like this. Try and get it like as flush with the wall as you can. So yeah, something. Let's see, how did I do it here? Yeah, I literally just kind of did it like this. So yeah, try and get it like as flush with the wall as you can, and it should be all right. So yeah, once you find a good angle here, like so, what you want to do is you want to just drop in a bunch of hot glue. Just kind of drop it in from a distance. Like so, kind of like squeeze it on. Just like lightly pressing the trigger so kind of like trickles down, you know. But yeah, it'll be a bunch of fucking hot glue anyway. So yeah, that should be enough. And then you just need to wait quite a long time for it to actually solidify. So yeah, looks like that essentially. So this will be lighting kind of the top of the whole thing. So just wait for it nicely. And then you'd want to go over the edges. So periodically just drop in like a wallop of hot glue. Then you should be good. So yeah, you just literally need to sit here until it solidifies because there's no other way. So I'll be back once it's done. Alright, so yeah, you managed to solidify enough for now. So we can go ahead and continue. So yeah, the next part I would like to do is kind of like bend it in here as such. So yeah, so that's kind of like, you know, pointing out here. Because essentially we need to get it yeah, we need to get it like literally down here, so it needs to be twisted quite severely to get it into place. But yeah, just keep on twisting this kind of thing until you kind of get it roughly where you want. And then over here now, what we can do is we can drop in a big load of glue. Just make sure you hold it like nice and tight. This fucking thing is getting in the way. I might just put a fucking clothes peg on these fucking things so that they just stay put. Alright, there we go. So yeah, kind of bend it in, keep on bending it. Yeah, that should be good for our purposes. Like right here. So just drop in a shitload of glue on both sides. Make sure not to glue yourself. Yeah, that should be good. So yeah, just wait like 10 minutes for this fucking thing to dry. Alright, so yeah, this managed to secure itself well enough. So yeah, the next part, God, my fingers are fucking cramped holding it in place. Alright, so yeah, next bit we would kind of want to get it somewhere along the lines of like right here. So yeah, that will actually work just fine. So yeah, I suppose the next point will be like literally right here. Yeah, right in between all these pieces here. Fuck. God damn it. Fucking hot glue dripped on my fucking finger. Fuck's sake. God damn it, that was fucking hot. Holy shit. Alright. Anyway. Christ almighty. Fucking piece of shit. Whatever. Let's just fucking dump a bunch in here. Like so. Yeah, that looks fine. Okay, that should be good. I'm gonna hold it kind of this way. Also need to make sure that none of these fucking switches get freezed up with the hot glue, but that seems to be okay in this case. Yeah, so just make sure you watch the switches, and it should be fine. So you need to hold it in this direction so that it doesn't fucking flow into the fucking thing, okay? So yeah, let me just pause the video here. Alright, so yeah, that turned out okay. Now, next section is we need to kind of bend this one in here, so just kind of grab it. Okay, so there is a bunch of exposed copper around here, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab a bit of hot glue and kind of glue over the wires here. Just a bit of glue here and there, just so that we don't short anything out. So yeah, just a tiny bit of glue, and gonna wait for that to dry out. Make sure none of the switches are actually glued in. So it will be actually a good idea to kind of have it dry out while it's, you know, facing upright. so that way it won't, you know, drip into the actual switch. So yeah, this is actually not too bad. I can just leave it like this for a couple of minutes. Then we should be able to finish off the first section. So yeah, this really is just a lot of fucking waiting. Not much. Anyway, while we're waiting, we could also secure these pieces here. So drop in a bit of hot glue here. Like so. This just so that they don't, like, you know, go all over the place. Like so. Because otherwise it's just this front piece and this piece holding it all in. Whereas you would kind of want another one in the middle as well. So just drop in a bunch of hot glue there and you should be good. So yeah, once all these pieces dry off, I'll get back to you. Alright, so yeah, it's mostly cooled down. So yeah, we can go ahead and prep this next section here. So yeah, we just kind of want to get it in here, like as close to the front as possible. So ideally we would kind of bend it around here. Yeah, bend it like that. And bend it like that. Yeah, like this. Alright, so yeah, I suppose we can start gluing this all in. So yeah, I'm just gonna glue the end for now. Like so. Yeah, not the prettiest, but it should be fine. Let's see, where does this end? So it ends here. Okay, so yeah, I'm just looking at my previous keyboard. So yeah, once this ends, there will be a new strip going all the way around here, around the bottom. So we can just end it wherever we like, really. It's not really gonna be a big difference. So I'm gonna end it right here. Yeah, big chunk of glue. Keep an eye on this one because this one actually goes close to the switch, so this one needs to be held in position. Yeah, I can see it like leaking very closely towards the switch, so kind of want to have it leaned more this way. Also, while this is gluing, we can also glue a bit here as well, just to keep it in place. Yes, that should be okay. So yeah, I just glued in like a bit here. Can't really see it on camera. Oh, interesting. Yeah, just here in the corner. You'll see it soon enough once it dries out, actually, so I just need to wait for that. But yeah, this looks fine. It's not interfering with this switch or anything like that, which is what you want. Alright. Alright, so yeah, this is all dried up now. So yeah, you can see here, and then we'll put a little bit here, and then a lot here as well. So yeah, before we continue, I'm gonna do the same on this side, just so that can keep, you know, everything in place. So yeah, that can go over here. And then this one will essentially be the same thing. but it'll be going, you know, down this way, like so. So yeah, I am going to get these out of the way and get these out of the way. Yeah, so somewhere like here would be grand. Yeah, we only need to secure one of them anyway since they're all tied together. But yeah, I'll just quickly do this and then we'll come back. Alright, so yeah, I got the left, or yeah, the left side done now. So yeah, it's all nice. So now, go back here. This will be the LED thing going all the way around. So grab one of these bad boys, just disconnect it from the grid, like so. And then we just want to connect it up here. So just follow the same things. So brown to brown. And then red to red. And orange to orange. Like so. All right. So in this case, I actually have it sort of positioned like, yeah, like this. So it actually starts kind of like this with kind of two hanging out. I'm not sure why I did it that way, but we'll keep with the we'll keep with the strat. So yeah, I just literally have it, yeah, exactly like this. Okay, so yeah, that's fine. We'll just kind of position it here, like so. Then kind of use your fucking head to secure it in place. And so yeah, that should be good. So yeah, grab this fucking thing, then kind of wall up it on here, like so. Yeah, that should be alright now. Hopefully this shit doesn't interact with the fucking like table floor, so maybe try and like kind of wipe it off. Yeah. So give it a good wipe with the hands, with the finger, and it should be good. Alright, we can also burn it off later if it causes issues. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep this here and pause the video. Alright, so yeah, the corner is nicely hot glued. So next is going to be kind of going around the edges. Now we want to kind of stay quite a bit below this part here, so kind of like this. So our next hot glue point is going to be roughly here. So yeah, I already kind of creased it up. So yeah, it'll be a corner again. So let's just a bit of hot glue in there, like so. And that should be good. Alright, so gonna let that dry. Alright, so yeah, this is glued in nicely in the corner. So next place would be So yeah, the goal of this is to kind of wrap it like as close to the edges as possible. So yeah, next piece would be kind of somewhere yeah, like around here maybe. Next glue up. Yeah. So yeah, here looks fine. Yeah. So literally just gonna paste it here. Like so. And that should be alright. Jeez, that might have been a bit too big and it fucking got my finger again, god damn it. But yeah. That, fuck. Fuck's sake. Okay, yeah, this is a bit of a fucking pain, both physically and fucking mentally. Alright, so yeah, that should be good. Yeah, that should be alright. Okay, so I'll be back when this thing fucking dries up. Alright, so yeah, that's fairly dry-ish. God damn, look at that. Fucking right on my finger. Just got burnt 3 times already today. Okay, so yeah, that's how it looks like. So I just kind of secure it there. And then, so the plan of this is to kind of bring it as close as we can around here so that it lights up this area here. So that actually looks pretty good. It actually looks pretty good already. So I'm probably just gonna wall up a bit of hot glue here. Yeah, that looks okay. So yeah, it's not gonna interfere with anything. So yeah, just gonna put in much hot glue here. Hopefully I don't get burned again, but it is what it is. Okay, yeah, so that looks pretty good. So yeah, something like that. Just kind of keep it at this angle. Then that should be the end of this strip, and then I'll just do the same, exact same thing on this side as well of the keyboard. Alright, so I got the yoke here soldered in, or not soldered in, hot glued in, Jesus. So yeah, now the last thing that's left is actually the fucking hardest thing. That's the grid. We take this over here, and then we just need to connect this up. Like so. Connect this up here. And lastly, connect the data. Okay, so with the grid, we're going to be kind of going all over the place. So yeah, that will be fairly tricky. Let me just grab my reference here. Let's see, what do we have here? Okay, so it's starting off like this. Is this? Yeah, it is, yeah. Yeah, so it's starting off like somewhat like this. Yeah, kind of here. And it's going up to around kind of here. So yeah, let me actually move these aside like so. Christ, okay. Yeah, this is gonna be a bit tricky because yeah, there's kind of 2 things in the way here pretty much, so yeah, I guess we just literally just do it like this. And yeah, so I mean, that should be fine. So this piece here can just, let's see, I wanted to get it kind of flat, if you know what I mean. So yeah, should be good like that actually. So let me just hot glue this in. So it's kind of being hot glued onto an existing one. So yeah. Alright, so yeah, just gotta hold it like this for a while. Like so. So let's see if I can put it down here. I'm gonna pause the video while this is taking 10 minutes. Alright, so now we need to kind of secure it somewhere here. So yeah, I'm just gonna bend this guy like that. And then, so yeah, it's not great that it's pointing directly into this fucking thing, but it is what it is, and it isn't what it isn't. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2. Okay, yeah, so that's fine. Okay. So yeah, let's just do a bit of a. Oh Jesus! Okay, that was a lot. Okay, yeah, should be fine. Just gonna wait for that to cool down. Alright, so I did most of this off camera here, because it's just fairly straightforward. So it goes here, goes around, goes here, goes around, goes here. So just kind of glue it as best as you can, with them kind of pointing towards the actual switches so that it lights or it shines through a bit better. And so yeah, that's how it is. Make sure like none of these are kind of like sticking above the actual thing, or above the actual surface, so that you can, you know, put it flat on the ground. So yeah, I'm just gonna do this side now, and then we'll come back in a bit. Alright, so yeah, I got them all hot glued now, both sides. I also, if you can see here, I hot glued this thing down here as well, so that, you know, it's just more secure. And I also hot glued this piece down here as well, again, so that it's just more secured. So now all we gotta do is just connect everything back up. So yep. Alright, so the 5 volts for this is orange, and these are gonna go to A3 and ground, so we'll put this one to ground first. On. And then what was it? Was A3, which is right here. Okay. So yeah, that should be grand. All right. So yeah, now let me fire up the what you call it, the diagram, the wiring diagram that I made. and I'll just hook it up there. So I already did this as a part of the Q&K part, so I'll just quickly hook it up here now. Alright, got everything fitted in. Jesus, that was a big fucking pain. So, let's see if it actually all works. So I have my cable here for the two halves. Alright, so yeah, make sure this cable is actually like fitted in properly, because I did have issues before where you just needed to push it in a little bit and then it started working properly. Alright, so yeah. Oh yeah, so this is the left, this is the right. Okie dokie. Let me plug this bad boy in. Let me plug it into the computer. If I can reach the USB port all the way from here. Yeah, I guess I can. This way, all the way down here. For fuck's sake, come on. Okay. Seems to be a good sign. Let me. Is that it? Okay, it's a bit fucking hard to tell without keycaps. Okay, hang on. Let's see, so it should be just judging it off. This one should be. Okay, yeah, so something is not right. Yeah, so that should have worked. That's a pain. Yeah, so something is not working. Okay, let me try and use this side. Okay, let's see. Okay, that's a shame. Fuck's sake. So I'm guessing there's just some pin that wasn't connected properly. So yeah, I will debug and get back to you. Alright, so yeah, the problem was one of the pins on the microcontroller was loose, so I just pushed it in and yeah, so it's all good now. So yeah, here we go, fully built. I also added, you know, the feet or the thing at the bottom here, so that doesn't like slide all over the place. And yeah, so yeah, it's pretty good now. So yeah, good build. There's a nice snake for you running around the place. So yeah, I just tested everything there, added on, you know, the keycaps and stuff like that, and everything works out just fine. So yeah, it's a little bit more dim than the other Dactyl that I made, simply because this material is not as transparent as or as translucent as the first one that I used, but it's, you know, it's not too bad once you actually crank up the brightness to the max. So that's great. Oh Christ, this took forever. Alright, enjoy your keyboard, boys.